Hello friends. Now let us take up the concept number 6.3, characteristics of Java. In real life, whenever we have to meet an important person, then generally we know his characteristics, what type of person, what are his temperaments and all that. According to that, we behave. In the same manner, now we are entering into Java world for learning Java and becoming a Java programmer. That's why the essential prerequisite is we must understand the characteristics of Java. In fact, the Java developers, while introducing the language, they have described it with a big list of characteristics. The list contains 11 characteristics, 11 adjectives. They are simple, object oriented, interpreted, robust, secure, architecture neutral, portable, high performance, multi-threaded and dynamic. These are the 11 characteristics. In this topic, I am introducing all these characteristics, and you may not understand the complete details of the characteristics, even though you can have a outline understanding about all these characteristics. Once you start your Java programming, gradually, not at a time and in a phased manner, you can understand all these characteristics practically. These are very important characteristics, and many other languages do not have these characteristics. That's why I am precisely explaining all these characteristics in a general manner. By that, you can understand these characteristics well. The first one is simple. Actually, the developer developed it with a simplicity. Actually, many people tell you Java is very difficult and all that. It is not so in my view. As I told you already, if you have C or C++ background, you never feel it is so difficult. You feel it is a native environment, what you know, and it is a familiar environment. You feel with the native environment with the advancement. And one more prejudice I have to tell you. People tell Java is very vast. No doubt it is very vast if you see the whole. But you can study it in parts like core Java, advanced Java, J2E, etc. and all that. If you take any individual part, it is not so big. Suppose the core Java. This is core Java. That is the most. This is like a nucleus, a very important thing. Then for learning this, especially on my system, then it is a matter of 5 to 6 weeks job. 5 to 6 weeks job, you can master core Java. You cannot find this type of prefix in any other subject. But Java developers are very strategic. They would like to indicate whatever they want to do. For this purpose, they named it as a core Java. First to study and master core Java, thereafter go to the advanced part. So you can study it in a part wise. So if you take any individual part, that is not so big, and if you have C background, you feel it is simple and familiar. And one more thing I have to tell you, it borrowed many features from C and C++. But while borrowing features and all that, it never borrowed blindly and all that. Each and every element it thoroughly studied and where the scope of improvement is there, that was improved. Where certain weaknesses which are not can be which are which cannot be corrected and all that, they totally ignored. That means the weak features and all that, unreliable features or redundant features and all that, totally ignored, regardless of their power, regardless of the efficiency of the element also. They ignored all those elements, and they didn't incorporate in Java. You must understand one fact: C++ is better C. In the same manner, Java is can be called as a better C++, better C++. That's why if we have C or C++ background, you feel that Java is simple, and Java is familiar also, and at the same time all the efficient features, efficient elements are incorporated in Java. Because of that, Java is the most efficient language. Okay, the first one is simple. Second one is object oriented. Object oriented. As I told you earlier, Java was developed as a true object oriented programming language. Object orientation, object is the building block. Actually, any program is built by composing the objects, and how results are generated. One object interact with the other object and generate results and all that. So object is a building block, and object in a program, Java program, object acts like a component, a self-contained component and all that. Because of that feature, reusability, reusing the components is very easy, and reusability is the great feature in software development environment. Because of that, so much time, development time and cost are reduced. So because of this object orientation only, reusability is possible. Apart from that, as I explained to you in the previous topic, there is a huge library. With every version, they introduce new classes, methods, etc. in the library, and as on the day, 4,000 plus ready-made classes are available, and in 200 plus packages and all that. So many ready-made things are there. Because of the reusability and all that, actually you can use those ready-made classes with or without modification. If you want to use them, yeah, they are, you can use it, or otherwise if you want to modify it also, because of the great feature of inheritance, you can modify it according to the needs of your project, and you can use it. Because of that, you can save enormous time as well as cost. So object orientation brought the unique speciality for the Java language. Because of object orientation only, reusability is possible. Because of the reusability only, the cost of software development is enormously reduced. At the same time, the time, development time also is enormously reduced. Next one, distributed. Actually, distributed means, as I told you earlier, Java is a internet oriented language. That means Java code can be transmitted through internet. We can import or export data as well as programs through internet. Java components can be transmitted through internet, and here data means it includes audio, video, text, graphics, etc., everything and all that. Because of this distributed nature and all that, the programmers may situate anywhere in the world and all that, they are interconnected through the internet. By that, if many programmers situate in different locations, and they can work on the same project as if they are working under same roof. Because of that, elements are distributed. And one more thing, because of object orientation, uh, code components are available, as those are integrated self-contained units and all that. Through internet, many elements which are developed by, which are contributed by uh, other Java programmers can be imported, and those are useful for developing new projects. Because of all these features, software development will become easy, and cost and time are enormously saved in a project development. Now, the fourth characteristics is robust. Robust means robustness. Actually, Java programs are more robust than those of the programs of other languages like C, C++, and all that. First, let us understand what is robustness. Actually, in programming, certain unexpected situations, circumstances may happen and all that. In such situations and all that, program should have the tolerance, that is, it should either handle or avoid the disaster due to the unexpected situation. The type of characteristic is called robustness. For this purpose, Java introduced many features in order to provide robustness to Java programmers. The first one is compile time checking and runtime checking of data types. The second one is garbage collection mechanism. This garbage collection mechanism uh, provides the memory management automatically. In case of C, C++ and all that, this memory management should be done by a programmer, that is the responsibility of the programmer. Whereas in Java, memory management is handled by a unique mechanism called garbage collection. And one more feature is exception handling. Actually, this is a unique feature. Because of exception handling, at runtime, any errors happen and all that. Because of that, the program may be crashed. And in order to avoid that, exception handling, it handles the exception. Exception means you can understand that a runtime error, actually in the program coding there is no error, but at runtime a error may happen. Then in such case, the exception handling mechanism handles that, and then you can use the same program uh, for the purpose. Program never be crashed. That point you have to understand. In that way, several methods are incorporated in Java language to provide robustness.